हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू लिटरेरी स्कॉलर चैनल। और दिस इज़ 2015 पेपर नंबर 3। और इससे पहले मैं शुरू करूं इसको मैं बता दूं आप लोगों को कि अगर आप लोग इस चैनल पे नए हैं तो इससे पहले के सारे पेपर्स अब 2004 से इस चैनल पे पड़े हुए हैं, आप उसको देख लो, आपको हेल्प मिलेगी डेफिनेटली आई थिंक। तो चलिए बिना टाइम वेस्ट करते हुए इसको शुरू करते हैं। व्हेन लुइगी पिरांडेलोज six characters in search of an author opens, the audience find the producers attempting to stage a play. What is the title of this play? तो कहने का ये मतलब हुआ कि जो सिक्स कैरेक्टर्स इन सर्च ऑफ एन ऑथर, ये जो प्ले शुरू हुआ तो लोगों को वहाँ बैठे हुए थे, उनको ये नहीं लगा कि ये प्ले है, उनको लगा कि लोग प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं प्ले को शुरू करने की। ठीक है, तो ये पूछ रहे हैं कि वो कौन सा प्ले था। तो उसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन है बी, रूल्स ऑफ द गेम। The Rules of the Game is a play by Luigi Pirandello, first performed in 1918 and first published in 1919. His six characters in search of an author premiered in 1921, in which the characters father, mother, stepdaughter, son, boy, children are rehearsing the above play. Question number 2. Which Canterbury pilgrim carries a brooch inscribed with a Latin words mean love conquers all? इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन है ए, Pyrrhus. Then question number 3. In which introduction of Oxford book 20th Century English Verse 1973, Philip Larkin underlines the importance of native tradition with dash seen as a major poet of the modern period? इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन है सी, थॉमस हार्डी. Philip Larkin underlined the importance of the native tradition with Thomas Hardy seen as a major poet of the modern period for his Wessex poem. Question number 4. Philip Sidney defended poetry against such description of it as mother lies and the nurse of abuse. His main argument here is dash. इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन है ऑप्शन नंबर बी, दैट इज the poet cannot lie because he is not claiming to tell us the truth. So, Philip Sidney, in his Apology of Poetria, defends poetry from the accusation made by Stephen Gosson in his School of Abuse, who described poetry as mother of lies and argues that the poet cannot lie because he is not claiming to tell us truth. Question number 5. Chapter 3 of Oliver Twist opened with narrational remark about Oliver being punished for the commission of impious and profane offense for asking for more. What did Oliver ask for more? So इसका correct option है B, more food to eat. Question number 6. Edmund Spencer Epithalamion is carefully structured poem carrying dash corresponding to the dash. इसका correct option है B. Spencer Epithalamion 1595 is a marriage song which is structured into 365 lines corresponding to the days of the year. It was produced in 1595 including amorti. Question number 7. Correct, इसमें क्रोनोलॉजी आपको देना है तो इसको देख लेते हैं। ट्यूडोर पीरियड 1485 से 1603, जैकोबियन पीरियड 1603 से 1625, रेस्टोरेशन पीरियड 1660 से 1700, एडवर्डियन पीरियड 1901 से 1910. क्वेश्चन नंबर 8. दैट वुमेन्स डे वेयर स्पेंट इन इग्नोरेंट गुड डैश विल her rights in argument until her voice grew shrill. W.B. Yeats, Easter 1916. Who is the poet referring to? तो इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन है डी, कॉन्स्टेंस गोर, बूथ मार्किविज. तो यहाँ पे उनको रिफ़र किया है कॉन्स्टेंस गोर को, बूथ मार्किविज. Question number 9. Which of the following was replaced by communicative language teaching? So, structural approach. Question number 10. To whom does Francis Bacon offer the following piece of advice? Let him sequester himself from the company of his countrymen and diet in such place where there is good company of the nation. Let him upon his removes procure recommendation to some person of quality residing in the place whither he removed. इसका correct option है C, the traveler. Question number 11. In his masterpiece of the Laws of Ecclesiastical Polity, Richard Hooker affirmed the Anglican tradition as that of threefold code not quickly broken. He specifically referred to the following except. इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन है सी, कम्युनिटी. क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 मैच है, देख लेते हैं करेक्ट मैच क्या है. Christina Rossetti's Goblin Market, a story of pleasure seeker Laura and conventionally moral Lizzie who resist temptation. Matthew Arnold Sohrab and Rustam, a tale of a father who advertently destroy his son. C. Robert Browning, The Ring and the Book, a sensational 17th century murder present through the multiple dramatic monologue. Arthur Hughes Clarke's The Bothy of Toberna Woolwich, a gentle satiric account of an Oxford student on vacation. Question number 13. Beneath them sit the aged man, wise guardian of the poor. Then cherish pity, lest you derive an angel from your door. These concluding line of William Blake Innocent's poem called Holy Thursday allude to a biblical passage. Identify the passage. D. Be not forgetful to entertain a stranger, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. Hebrew ये 13.2. Then question number 14. Direct method of language teachings involve. इसका correct option है C. A, B and C. क्या है? The use of the target language only, repetition of exercise and linguistics correctness. So question number 15. In which of the following works does the narrator proclaim either I am nobody or I am the nation? इसका correct option है B. Drake Walcott's The Schooner's Flight. Question number 16. Like Cordelia, the fool in King Lear is referred to by Lear as his child. Then question number 17. Cindy O'Broy, the narrator hero of Arun Joshi. Cindy O'Broy, a narrator hero of Arun Joshi, The Foreigner says, my foreignness lay within me and I couldn't leave myself behind wherever I went. Identify the country which Cindy O'Broy went to. तो इसका correct option है A. Kenya, Uganda, England, America and India. Question number 18. Assertion reasoning है. The world does not become reckless or will not become unrationalized by assertion. The act of enforcing racelessness in literary discourse is itself a racial act. Reason क्या है? Pouring rhetorical acid on the figure of black hand may indeed destroy the prince, but not the hand. Beside, what happens in that violent self-suffering act of erasure to ensure to the hand and the fingerprints of one who does the pouring, do they remain acid free? The literature itself suggests otherwise. तो ये A है. A make complete sense in the light of R. Reason. Question number 19. A poet laureate said, I do not think that since Shakespeare there has been such a master of English language as I. Who is the poet? तो एल्फ्रेड टेनिसन ने ये स्टेटमेंट किया था in the remark to Carlyle. I don't think that since Shakespeare there has been such a master from English language as I. Question number 20. Who among the following was the contemporary of John Milton and wrote The Worthy Communicant? It is said that this prose can be read easily when Milton must be studied. Question का सही ऑप्शन है A. Jeremy Taylor. Then question number 21. In 1668, Dryden wrote on dramatic poesy an essay which uses dash separate characters to dramatize the conflicting viewpoint which new theoretically activity had produced. इसका correct option है 4. So the essay which uses four separate characters to dramatize the conflicting viewpoint which new theoretical activity had produced. So ये सारे चार कैरेक्टर्स हैं, आप देख लीजिए. यूजीनस, राइट्स, लेसिडियस एंड नियंडर. नियंडर जो है इसमें हिमसेल्फ है, मतलब ड्राइडन है. और यूजीनस है एस सी सक्विल एंड क्राइट्स है सर आर हॉवर्ड. लिसिडियस हैं सेडले एंड नियंडर हैं हिमसेल्फ. क्वेश्चन नंबर 22. राइटिंग द मोस्ट इन्फ्लुएंशियल प्ले ऑगस्ट Strindberg called it my most beloved drama, the child of my greatest suffering. The play is A. The Dream Play. Question number 23. In which essay does Virginia Woolf observe that if a writer were a free man and not a slave to the conventions of the literary marketplace, there would be no plot, no comedy, no tragedy, no love interest, no catastrophe in the accepted style, and perhaps not a single button shriven on as a Bond Street tailor would have it. तो इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन है बी, मॉडर्न फिक्शन. Question number 24. In his famous letter, Benjamin Bailey, John Keats wrote, I am certain of nothing but the holiness of the heart's affections, and the truth of imagination. What imagination sees as beauty must be true. Which of the following sentence follow this passage? So इसका correct option है B. The imagination may be compared to Adam's dream. He woke and found it true. So, question number 25. Which of the following pair best describe the characteristics feature of Marlowe portraits of Tamburlaine? इसका correct option है C. That is ambition and cruelty. Then question number 26. Which of the author of the statement, the 19th century dislike of realism is the rage of Caliban seeing his own face in the glass? इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन है डी, ऑस्कार वाइल्ड. ऑस्कार वाइल्ड in his picture of Dorian Gray say the above statement in the preface. Question number 27. Which of the following statement about Thomas Mann's novel is true? So इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन है ऑप्शन सी. ऑप्शन सी है in his second winter at the Centaurium, Hans Castorp, protagonist of the Magic Mountain, get lost in blizzards during the solitary skiing expedition. And C है in his second winter. ठीक है. B है Ashhanbeck, the writer protagonist in Death in Venice, is preoccupied with the classicism, especially with the classical idea of a male beauty. And D. And Adrian Livercoo, the modern day Faustus in Mann's Dr. Faustus is a musician. ठीक है. Question number 28. To whom did Raja Ram Roy write in 1823 his letter seeking the introduction of English education in India? So Lord Amherst को लिखा था इन्होंने. Question number 29. Listed below are the seemingly friendly character in Pilgrim Progress who gave Christian dangerous advice. Among them is one who does not belong to this group. Identify the odd character. इसका correct option है B. इवेंजलिस्ट ने कोई वो नहीं दिया था. क्रिश्चियन फ्लीज फ्रॉम द सिटी ऑफ डिस्ट्रक्शन ऑन द एडवाइस ऑफ एवेंजलिस्ट, सो ही इज द ऑड अमंग द अदर्स. Question number 30. Aristotle argued that the poetry provide as and dash outlet for the releasing of intense emotion. इसका correct option है safe emotion. Then question number 31. The direct French influence on the English language during the Middle English period was in the form of. इसका correct option है B. That is intake of French word into English. Question number 32. A significant development in 1662 was establishment of the Royal Society in England. The main purpose of the society was to guide and promote the development of science and scientific exploration. Question number 33. William Cooper wrote The Task about those who build factories with blood conducting trade at the sword's point. These lines alludes to. इसका correct option है C. West Indian slave plantation owners and the East Indian Company's naboobs. Then question number 34. In Commedia dell'arte originated in Italy in the 16th century. Which of the following description are the most appropriate? इसका correct option है B. Comedy of the guild or by the professional in the art and Plautine comedy alternating the ritualistic maneuvers. Then question number 35. Nature and nature's law lay hid in night. God said, let Newton be, and all was light. Alexander Pope's famous couplet impressively captured the. इसका correct option है D. Newton's discovery that all color are contained in white light. Question number 36. What was the name of the experiment theatre group founded in 1915 by Suzanne Glaspel, Eugene O'Neill, and other dramatists in order to challenge Broadway's control over American drama? So ये है Provincetown player. The Suzanne Glaspel, Eugene O'Neill, and other founded the Provincetown player to challenge Broadway's control over American drama. Question number 37. After his return from the land of Houyhnhnms, Gulliver refused to let his wife and children dash. इसका correct option है C. Touch his bread or drink out of his cup. Question number 38. In which of the following volume do you find charming appreciation of the Wordsworth household by Thomas De Quincey? इसका correct option है D. Reminiscences of English lake poets. Then question number 39. One of the most highly revered scholarly passionate interpreters of English and world literature, he was appointed by the Lord Northcliffe Professor of Modern English Literature in University College London in 1967 and later as King Edward VII Professor of English Literature at Cambridge in 1974, an appointment made by the Crown at the suggestion of the Prime Minister of the United States Kingdom. He was knighted by Queen Elizabeth in 1991. He enlightened to be designated himself as Sir. He never did but wrote an autobiography entitled Not Entitled in 1995. The epigraph of this book came from Coriolanus. He was kind of nothing, titleless. Who among the following is this writer or critique? तो इसका है फ्रैंक क्रैमोड. ठीक है, ये टाइटललेस रहे थे, बड़ा लंबा था. क्वेश्चन नंबर 40. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग प्रोवाइडेड थियोरेटिकल बेसिस फॉर ऑडियोलिंगुअल मैथड ऑफ लैंग्वेज टीचिंग? इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन है सी. बिहेवियरिस्ट साइकोलॉजी एंड Bloomfieldian structural linguistics. So question number 41. Who among the following character of The Cherry Orchard by Anton Chekhov dies in the final scene? इसका correct option है B. Fears. Then Fears die in the final scene of the Chekhov's The Cherry Orchard. Question number 42. In tracing the history of English poetry, Thomas Gray's Progress of Poesy evokes a major poet as follow. Nor second he that rode sublime upon the fair wings of ecstasy. The secret of the abyss to spy. Who is he? So John Milton. Question number 43. I suffered from impaired eyesight, depression, and poverty and left Oxford without a degree. After a period as teacher and my marriage to a widow twice my age, I left London to begin writing for a magazine. I produce my own journal. Choose the correct answer, identify the writer, the magazine, and the journal. So ये है सैमुअल जॉनसन, द जेंटलमैन्स मैगजीन, द रैम्बलर. सो सैमुअल जॉनसन जो है वो आई साइट इम्पेयरमेंट से मतलब परेशान थे और डिप्रेशन एंड पावर्टी से भी. क्वेश्चन नंबर 44. विच ऑफ द अमेरिकन नॉवलिस्ट इज एसोसिएटेड विद द सीरीज ऑफ द 5 बुक अबाउट नेटी बम्पू एन ओल्ड हंटर एंड कॉल द लेदर स्टॉकिंग. सो इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन है बी, जेम्स फेनीमोर कूपर. Then question number 45. In Dryden's essay on dramatic poesy, Neander defend the English invention on. So इसका correct option है C, tragic comedy. 46. Who wrote History of Australian Literature in 1961? B. H.M. Green. Question number 47. मैच है, देख लेते हैं. भरत इज थियोरी कौन सी है? भरत की रस थियोरी. कुंतक वक्रोक्ति, भामा रीति, आनंदवर्धन ध्वनि. What is Foster's collection? Foster's collection is the collection of the political and military document named after Liberal MP W.E. Foster, reputed for Foster Education Act of 1870. Question number 49. What was remarkable about the poet F.T. Marinetti first futurist मैनिफेस्टो इन ली फिगैरो? तो इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन है सी. इट ब्लास्टेड एंड डेड वेट ऑफ म्यूजियम, लाइब्रेरीज एंड एकेडमिक्स, ग्लोरीफाई द ब्यूटी ऑफ स्पीड. देन क्वेश्चन नंबर 50. हाउ वुड वन बेस्ट डिस्क्राइब थॉमस कार्लाइल्स स्टार्टर रीस्टार्टस 1833? सो इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन है सी, अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ नॉवल, ऑटोबायोग्राफी एंड एसे. क्वेश्चन नंबर 51. एन इंडियन इंग्लिश पोएट once remarked that his discipline of education gave him his outer, whereas his Indian origin gave him inner. From reflecting a part of his claim in famous essay he called. इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन है डी, इज देयर एन इंडियन वे ऑफ थिंकिंग? R.K. Ramanujan remark on this outer and inner form are reflected in his essay. Is there an Indian way of thinking? Question number 52. In the remarkably crucial courtroom scene of Their Eye Were Watching God, Jenny is called upon to speak. Whose voice do we hear in the narrative? इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन है डी, the omniscient third person voice. Question number 53. Who is the author of the statement, the prophet is a seer, not a arbitrary dictator? इसका correct option है C, William Blake. Question number 54. The word order in modern English become a reflective fixed because it lost his highly developed inflectional system. Question number 55. Julia Kristeva intertextuality derived from? इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन है डी, नोएम चॉम्स्की एंड Saussure had deep impact on Julia Kristeva theory of intertextuality. Then question number 6. Dylan Thomas famous poem Fern Hill is named after? Fern Hills by Dylan Thomas is named after the Wells farmhouse where the poet spent summer holiday as boy. 57. In the 17th centuries, writes the T.S. Eliot in Metaphysical Poet, a dissociation of sensibility set in, from which we have never recovered. And this dissociation is natural, was aggravated by influence of two most powerful poet of the century, dash and dash. किसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं? जॉन मिल्टन एंड जॉन ड्राइडन. Question number 58. The level material feminism referred to the work of those thinkers who study inequality in the term of? इसका correct option है C, both gender and class differences. Question number 59. Who among the following display in her best work the dual influence of feminism and magic realism? तो इसका correct option है C. Angela Carter. Then question number 60. Identify the group of poets who evidently throw upon a new trend of literary theory, such as post-structuralism, and wrote poems that reflect on themselves and language used in by them. So इसका correct option है C. Christopher Middleton, Roy Fisher, and J.H. Praney. Then question number 61. In Old English, other grammatical classes also had four cases that nouns had. Which were these grammatical classes? इसका correct option है D. Pronouns, adjective, and definite articles. In Old English, pronoun, adjective, and definite articles had the four cases that noun had. Question number 62. Which of the following novel opened with the description of the accident of hot air balloon? इसका correct option है B. Ian McEwan's Enduring Love. Question number 63. Azizun, the courtesan of Kanpur, in tale from the year 1857, Azizun Nisa by Tripurari Sharma undergoes a self-actualization, says, yes, I must complete what I have set out to do. I am not a mere woman. In order to make her impact by her attitudinal shift, she forsake her profession to become a soldier. Then question number 64. The hermeneutics of suspensions is a term coined by Paul Ricoeur. इसका correct option है right combination C and D. Who following the Marx, Nietzsche, and Freud held the textual appearance are deceptive and texts do not gracefully relinquish their meaning, to describe a mode of interpretation that adopts the distrustful attitudes toward the text in order to elicit otherwise inaccessible meaning or implications. Question number 65. Which of the following is not a feminist novel? इसका correct option है D. Bani Basu, The Enemy Within. Question number 66. The term poetic justice was coined by. इसका correct option है Thomas Raymer. Then 67. Which of the following novel deal with the Biafran War? इसका correct option है C. Half of the Yellow Sun. Then question number 68. Which of the following is not a true in Dalit aesthetic as given by Sharan Kumar Limble? So, इसका correct option है C. Sympathy for the Dalit should be generated. Sharan Kumar Limble's Dalit aesthetic does not say that sympathy for the Dalit should be generated. The other three opinions are correct, expressing the Dalit aesthetics. तो क्या क्या है वो भी देख लीजिए. The agony, assertion and resistance, anger and protest of the Dalit should be expressed. Dalit Anubhav should take precedence over the Anuman. And ungrammatical language different from the standard norms of expression should be used. 69. Which of the following is not a critical study by William Ibsen? So इसका correct option है B. The Dyer's Hand. ये प्रोज बुक है W.H. Auden की. Then question number 70. This was the path This was a breaking feminist essay written in 1970, which used a hybrid term like sext and kiosmos. Identify the author. इसका है Helen Sizaux. Then ये पूरा 75 क्वेश्चन जो है 71 to 75 ये एक पोएम दिया हुआ है द वॉइस, और इस वॉइस को पढ़ के आपको ये जो क्वेश्चंस हैं आपको सॉल्व करना है, ये जो पूरे क्वेश्चंस हैं. सो इसी के साथ ये वीडियो यहीं ख़त्म होता है, और नेक्स्ट वीडियो तक आप अपना ख्याल रखिए, अपने पेरेंट्स का ख्याल रखिए। स्टे ब्लेस्ड एंड थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो।